Satish weighs in at 261.2 pounds. Tom weighs in at 256.6. Well done. Mike Grundy weighs in at 145.8 pounds. Damien weighs in at 144.6 pounds. Well done. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Mike Grundy versus Damien Stasiak. Lewis weighed in at 156 pounds. And David weighs in at 155.6 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Nathan made weight at 169.6. Well done. Oscar made weight at 170.2. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, round of applause. Nathan Jones versus Oscar Summerfield. Paul made weight at 154.4. Round of applause for Paul. Come on. Damien made weight at 154.6. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for our contestants. Paul Douglas versus Damien Frankiewicz. Thomas weighed in at 253.8. Well done. Mark weighed in at 246 pounds. Brendan weighs in at 145.4. Well done. Steve weighs in at 144.4 pounds. Well done. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Brendan Longdane versus Steve Polifonte. Camille weighs in at 244.4 pounds. And Carl weighs in at 255 pounds. Well done. Again, round of applause for Camille Paziak versus Carl Edmonton. And he weighs in at 184 pounds. Well done. Conor weighs in at 188.2. Conor, you have 1 hour to make weight. A round of applause for Andy Devon versus Conor Cooke for the vacant middleweight title. Mark weighs in at 154.6 pounds. Well done. Jack weighed in at 154.8. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, your contenders for the vacant lightweight title, Mark DeCasey versus Jack McCann.
This way, guys. This way. This way. Heads up.
Jeremy weighs in at 155.6. Well done. Martin weighs in at 155.4 pounds. Well done. Jeremy Petley versus Martin